So this is the second time that I tried to make this video because last week I tried to do it and this happened. I need a break. And I almost published it that way, but I think my emotions kind of got the best of me and got in the way of what I wanted to share. So when I was editing the video, I realized that it was like really confusing and not as interesting or as valuable as I wanted it to be. So this is round 2 of me trying to make this video. So first of all, hi, I'm back. I was gone for a few weeks and I'll be back with my regular content next week, like AI, design, entrepreneurship, you know the deal. But if you've been following me for a while, you know that I was in Spain for a month thanks to the Break Fellowship. And I did have content scheduled while I was in Spain, but at some point I was just looking at it and I was like, I'm not quite sure this is something I want to publish right now. It's not something I'm like super proud to have out there because it was content done in a hurry, I gotta admit. So I just took a step back and I said, nothing's gonna happen if I don't post for a couple of weeks, and then those couple of weeks turned into almost 2 months, but nobody noticed, right? I had a lot of things happening, professionally and personally, so it felt good to kind of take a break and kind of reassess, see what I really want to be doing with this channel. And spoiler alert, it's still what I was doing before. Like, I love talking about different things that somehow intertwine and connect. So sometimes it's just better to take a step back, take a breath, take a break, and come back when you're ready. So back to the break. I was in the top 10% of women chosen to join this program, which, was very reassuring. And this is a program for women that reside in Europe and are in the first 5 years of entrepreneurship, like up to 5 years into entrepreneurship. And today I wanted to share a little bit about that experience because when I first applied, I went looking, for information about it, and I think I found one YouTube video about it, and like I didn't know what to expect. And I understand that the program this year was kind of different than the program last year, but still I feel like just, showing some footage that I have a lot of random footage that I didn't know how to organize. So I just thought that this video would be a really nice opportunity to get these videos out there and to share how I feel now, what's changed and what's next for me. I will also leave their link in the description because they do have another group joining later this year, I think in September or October. I'm not quite sure if the applications are open or not, but just keep an eye maybe if you want to check out their curriculum or testimonials or whatever it is. Their link is down here in the description. So let's start with a quick recap because like I said, I had all this footage that I didn't know what to do with. So it's just a nice thing to share it here with you guys. My experience started in March with a bunch of webinars and group sessions, but it wasn't until I arrived in Spain that it really hit me. I spent the first 2 days in Madrid networking and getting to know the other 13 women I'd share a house with. And then we spent 24 days in a beautiful little town called Arroyo Molinos de León. During our time there, we had mentoring sessions, workshops, business visits, access to a gorgeous co-working space, and also what they call a local challenge, which was our way of giving back to the community. It was an intense period that sparked a lot of new ideas and new ways of seeing the world around me. And even though it was in a town of less than 1,000 people, I was never bored, not even for a second. After those incredible 24 days, we went back to Madrid where we had a closing event in the evening, and the next day I had a chance to explore a little bit before flying back home. Did you like that summary? Because I didn't know how to summarize the whole thing in a minute or two. And I think everyone had really different experiences and got something different out of the program. But what I can say is that our group was extremely lucky because we had similar personalities in a way, I would say, but also very similar routines. So we were going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. We were all very focused on what we were doing. And I guess it makes sense because we did fill out a bunch of personality tests before coming to Spain. So yeah, they were worth it. Also, shout out to our organization, like host organization. They were simply the best. They were taking care of us every single day. They were the ones that, offered the co-working space, and they were so supportive. They were planning all of these activities that at some point they even got to be like too much because we wanted some time to work on our stuff as well. But I honestly understand their side. I think they were also very excited to have us there. It's a really like small city, small town. So I think everyone in that region was excited to have people from different corners of the world. So I just really wanted to say like that they were simply the best, and I'm gonna leave their link as well because they are doing an amazing job. And like I said, I think the program really hits different for each person, because I could see that those that were in the beginning stages, like initial stages of their business, really got a lot out of the mentoring sessions and the webinars that we had. And those of us that we have been freelancing for a while and we already have clients, for us, I think it was more about the connection, so not so much learning technical things. I think it was more really about bouncing ideas off of each other and just picking each other's brains. It was really about those interactions. And I could see some of the girls like building their website for the first time, so they got a lot of feedback on that. So all of us were in kind of different stages of the journey. For me personally, it really came down to the connections I made, the interactions I had, and being surrounded by women that are on such a similar path really made all the difference. Here's why I joined the program in the first place. I was feeling like I needed structure because I reached that point of my business where I was feeling stuck, and I think a lot of freelancers, business owners, anybody that works for themselves can really relate to this, because I do think everybody has that breaking point, and the point where you say, what's next? What am I gonna do? How is my life going to look like 5 years from now? What is it that I want to be doing 5 or 10 years from now? And I never had a plan. So I felt like the program could give me that. I haven't seen a change yet in my business. Like I said, while I was there, it was really intense. I couldn't really work on my business. Since I came back, I've been working on client projects, so I haven't really sat down to work on my own stuff. If anything, I think the program made me a little bit more confused, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that I got a lot of ideas, like new things that I want to be doing, things that I want to change. I had so many realizations while I was there too, like just things I should have been doing or should have been focusing on for a really long time, and just really being more ambitious, because I didn't know that I could be more ambitious until I was put in this group with these women that they have huge dreams, and it's okay to have those big dreams. And for me, I think my limiting beliefs or something were always getting in the way of what I really want to do professionally. And this was the part when I started crying when I was making this video last time. But I'm not gonna cry this time. I am gonna go get a glass of water. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into details because I'm gonna start crying again. But I came back home. I haven't really worked on my business. I haven't created that much content. It's been really hard for me to go back to filming for YouTube and creating Instagram content. I deleted my TikTok, which was like a huge deal because I never really liked TikTok. I don't think I was creating the right content for TikTok anyway. So, the less the better right now. And I'm taking it easy and figuring out the next steps. But I wanted to tell you what did change within me and what's next, professionally speaking. All of these women that were there were in different industries than mine, but almost all of them, I would say, were potentially my target audience. And I got a lot of insights on how to communicate with my target audience, what they know and what they don't about branding and web design, their pain points, what would make them hire a designer. All that stuff that's kind of the foundation for any business and that I had done some research for in the past, it just hit different in person. So content creation and digital products will be my focus for the rest of the year, and I'm really excited about it. And that's not to say that I'm not going to be working with clients. I will, but I will also be taking a break in September, pretty much for the whole month, like for 3 weeks out of the whole month, because I haven't taken a real vacation since I went full-time freelance in 2020. I do travel a lot, but I always take my work with me, and I can kind of feel it piling up now, and I don't want it to come crashing down. And I wouldn't say I'm burning out, but I can feel myself getting tired. So I'll be working with less clients. I will keep posting, like I have been posting, like once a week to YouTube, once a week to LinkedIn, and I'm slowly trying to come back to Instagram and post 3 times a week, because I think for the whole year so far, I have been posting like whenever I feel like, and I need to have some consistency there as well, because when I had consistency on Instagram, I did get clients from Instagram. The rest of the time I'll be working on digital products, courses, ebooks, webinars, masterclasses, so many ideas right now. And by the way, I have 2 products out on my website. They are client portal templates, Notion templates for coaches and photographers for a very symbolic price for now, $997. So if you fit into those categories, maybe go check them out, because I'm quite proud of those templates. They can really save a lot of time and just keep all the communication in one place. My clients love it. So yeah, I'm really excited about those. And the real reason for me to start focusing more on digital products and all of that is, 1, more streams of income, like obviously, because I work one-on-one with clients for a really long time now, and that's pretty much my only source of income. like I have some affiliate links here and there, but they don't really add up too much. I'm not gonna like mention investments, but I just feel like that's the obvious next step. But I'm also really picky, so I don't really want to, put together whatever and start selling it. I want it to be of quality. I don't want it to have the information that you can find on the first page of Google. I really want it to be like a transformation for those that buy it. I want it to be unique and valuable and worth even more than the price I sell it for. Number two is because I love content creation, but I'm not getting paid for this, like to make these videos here, and I love it, but it takes so much time. So I have to balance things out a little bit. Number three is because I want to be able to offer a low ticket product when somebody doesn't have the budget to hire my services and want to try to do it themselves. And at the same time, I want to be able to offer a more premium service in a way to those that do hire me by only working on 1 or 2 projects at a time. Because right now, there are months when I'm like at 3 or 4 clients at the same time, and that's a little bit too much. I don't want to do that anymore from now on. So yeah, I have been writing a lot, trying to make sense of all my ideas and goals, and also realizing that I want to pursue some different things. I love what I do. I absolutely love my business and the life I have been building for myself, but I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur, just passionate about so many different things, interested in so many different things, and I don't think that we are meant to be doing the same thing for like the rest of our lives, because like what's the point? So if all that sounds like something you relate to, or that you're curious about, or you're interested in hearing me talk more about, I don't know, let me know in the comments, and let's think of ways that we can maybe be accountability buddies, or think of a way that I can bring this to the channel in a real, engaging and valuable way. I'm gonna start brainstorming on that because I feel the next steps of my professional journey could be really interesting for those that are in a similar position right now. Looking at myself here on my monitor. Was my hair like this the whole time? So thank you so much for watching this video and for not unsubscribing while I was gone. I am back. I'm really happy, really optimistic, and I have lots of ideas for the channel now that I'll be focusing a little bit more on content creation, and lots of investments that I kind of want/have to make for the channel. So it should be fun. It should be fun. I'm really excited. If you're still watching, that means you enjoyed the video, so please leave your like, because that's really, really important. Subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber. It's really fun here. And like always, I will see you next week. Maybe not on Thursday, maybe I'm gonna start posting on Fridays or Saturdays. Let's see, but definitely next week. Bye.